Now, the other branch that we should mention is planetary sciences. Now, why make a distinction between planetary sciences and astronomy? In fact, planetary sciences comes from astronomy. Planetary sciences is the study of almost everything that has to do with planets. The reason why we make a distinction between planetary sciences and astronomy is that planetary sciences grew very big. And we are now at an age, the space age, where we can land on some of these planets. And once we do that, they stop being astronomical objects and become geological objects. So that is to say that some planetary sciences is done through astronomy when we do astronomical observations. But there are other parts of planetary sciences that are not astronomy. For instance, on Mars. When we land a rover on Mars, we're not doing astronomy anymore. We're doing geology. When we study Earth science, when we study the interior of the Earth, we are not doing astronomy. We are doing geophysics. Though, of course, the discovery of exoplanets is again blurring the line because exoplanets are planets, but we cannot land there, we cannot go there, we can only observe them through astronomical techniques. Planetary science is very important because if we are looking for life on the surface of planets, we need to understand the planets. It is for planetary sciences that we understand how planets differ and what kind of life we should expect on different kinds of planets, if any. By comparing planets, by studying planets and comparing them to one another, we have learned why some planets are rocky, like the Earth, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, and while other planets are gas giants, like Jupiter and Saturn, or while other planets are made of ice, like Uranus and Neptune. We also learn why Venus is so much hotter than the Earth, even though they are at almost the same distance from the Sun. We can explain also why the Moon is desolated, barren, and dry, even though it orbits the Sun at the same distance that the Earth does. We can understand why Mars is cold and dry, even though it is not that much further out from the Sun, and also shows signs that water existed on its surface in the past. So it boils down to the fact that by studying different planets and comparing these planets to one another, we can tell why some planets may be habitable and why some planets may not be habitable. And by habitable, we mean why some planets would have the ingredients and conditions necessary for life. So in essence, this is the context that planetary sciences give. We have a modern understanding of how planets form, evidence that most stars are planets, understanding the conditions that make a planet habitable, and all of that point to the fact that vast number of stars should have habitable planets in the universe.